Good morning, students. Welcome to this virtual class. Last period we are discussing the monopolistic competition markets and what are the features of monopolistic competition market. And before this I was discussing that perfect competition markets. So I have already finished that perfect competition markets, monopoly, and although in imperfect competition market, monopolistic competition markets. In this classification, we have classified three categories: perfect competition markets, monopoly market, and imperfect competition market. First one, perfect competition market, already we have finished. Second one, monopoly competition market, we have already finished. And imperfect competition market, monopolistic market is also finished. So now I review it in perfect competition market and monopoly markets. In perfect competition market, there are the large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, uniform price, free entry and free exit. There is no selling cost, absence of the transportation cost. These are the features of the perfect competition market. Again, I am repeating: large number of buyers and sellers, homogeneous product, uniform price, free entry, free exit, perfect knowledge, absence of transportation cost, absence of the selling cost, there is no advertising cost, etc. Similarly, in monopoly, we have already known there is a single seller, there is no close substitutes, there is the barriers of the entry of the new firms, and that selling cost is zero, right? There is no advertising cost because there is only one firm. So what will price you will charge? There is no option for the buyers. That is why they will purchase the goods, or the consumers are compelled to purchase that goods from the markets because there is that one seller. So can you distinguish in between that monopoly and monopolistic competitions? See it. In monopoly competition, there is monopoly competition. I am speaking monopoly competition. There is only one seller. In monopoly, there is that one seller. But in monopolistic competition, there is that large number of sellers. Here is that large number of sellers. Perfect competition, there is that large number of sellers. In monopoly, one seller. Clear? Don't be confused. Secondly, in monopoly, there is a large number of buyers. Monopolistic competition, there is a large number of buyers. Perfect competition also, there are large number of buyers. Next, in perfect competition, there is the homogeneous products. The product is homogeneous, but here is that only single product. There is no close substitute products. But in monopolistic competition, there is that differentiated products. This is that differentiated product or close substitute product. Here is only single product. Here is homogeneous product. Similarly, in perfect competition, as we have all known, there is a large number of buyers and sellers. Here the large number of buyers, here the large number of sellers and buyers. So, in perfect competition, there is the free entry and free exit. In monopolistic competition market, there is also free entry and free exits. But in monopoly market, there is barriers to entry. In monopoly market, barriers to entry. Barriers to entry in the markets. And in perfect competition market, we have already known, as there is that uniform price, in perfect competition market, the price is prevailed in the market. Where is that at any place the price will remain same because there is no transportation cost, there is no selling cost, there is no advertising cost, so that the price is uniform and there is that perfect knowledge in that case. But in monopoly case, here is that selling cost is zero. Here is that selling cost is zero, monopoly case. But in monopolistic case, there is that heavy selling costs are incurred. Here is that heavy selling costs are incurred. Because there is the advertising cost, there is the salesman cost, so there is the transportation cost, so that in monopolistic competition market there is that heavy selling costs are incurred. So these are the difference between perfect competition, monopoly market and monopolistic markets. Now we will switch over to the oligopoly. What do you mean by oligopoly? So oligopoly market is a situation in which there are only few firms, few large firms, few large firms. It means there are only a few firms in the industry producing either homogeneous product or closely different products, but the firms are giant, the firms are big, the firms are very large. Now it is clear. I am giving the example. Suppose there is the cement industries. We can give the example steel industry. We will give the example gas. We can give the example of that coal industries, scooter industries or motorbikes industries. Scooter is now outdated, but scooter or motorbikes industries. Similarly, air conditions industries. Similarly, refrigerator industries. These are the large or giant firms or giant industrialists. So that it is said that only few firms in the industry producing either homogeneous product or closely differentiated products, like that cement. They are closely differentiated products. But that like that four-wheelers, different producers, so they may be the differentiated products, or they are to be called the differentiated oligopoly. One is pure oligopoly, another is the differentiated oligopoly. So now it is clear what do mean by oligopoly, and this oligopoly is divided into mainly perfect or imperfect oligopoly. Second one is that collusive or non-collusive oligopoly. So what is that? Collusive and non-collusive oligopoly, perfect or imperfect oligopoly. If an oligopoly market, the firms produce that homogeneous products. Perfect oligopoly, homogeneous product. Perfect oligopoly, homogeneous product. If the products are different, then it is called that imperfect oligopoly. Homogeneous product, perfect oligopoly. Differentiated product, is called that imperfect oligopoly. This is also to be called that pure oligopoly and differentiated oligopoly. So when producer produce the product, or when products of the firms are homogeneous, we call it the pure oligopoly or the perfect oligopoly. But these kinds of oligopoly can be seen in the industries like cement industries, coal industries, steel industries, and gas industries. Gas is also best homogeneous products. And differentiated product, where that is called imperfect oligopoly, if the products of different firms are different but close substitute for each other, it is differentiated oligopoly. Markets of scooters, motorbikes, refrigerators, air conditioners are that some example of the differentiated oligopoly in that Indian markets. Another is that collusive oligopoly or non-collusive oligopoly. If an oligopoly market, the firms compete with each other. Here is not competition, each other. That is called collusive oligopoly. If there is that competition, each other, then that is called that non-collusive oligopoly. Clear? If an oligopoly, the firms compete with each other, competition each other, is called that non-collusive oligopoly. If there is that competition, not competition each other, if there is that not competition each other, or that is called that, here is that if there is that cooperations, collusive oligopoly, non-cooperation, that is that non-collusive oligopoly. It means if there is the competition each other, it means there is no cooperations. Is called that non-collusive. If there is not competition, it means cooperation each other. It is called that collusive oligopoly. So you may divide also that oligopoly: perfect oligopoly, imperfect oligopoly, collusive oligopoly, non-collusive oligopoly. But in your book, it is divided into one is perfect or imperfect, another is that collusive oligopoly. These are different types of oligopoly or classification of oligopoly. Another is that I will discuss that oligopoly features. First of all, I am discussing that duopoly. What do you mean by duopoly? Remember it. Duo means, what do you mean by duo? Duo means when there are only two firms producing the product, it is called the duopoly. It is a special case of oligopoly. It is a special case of oligopoly, but we have divided into the other parts. Duopoly, it means two firms. Duopoly, where is the two firms. Oligopoly, there is a few large firms, and monopolistic, there is a large number of firms or the producers. So now we clear that perfect competition market, monopoly market, monopolistic market, oligopoly market, and duopoly markets. Now I will discuss the features of oligopoly markets. Features of oligopoly market. What are the features? First features, you may write, few dominates firms. Few dominates firms. It means the firms, in case of that oligopoly market, the large firms and each producing a significant portion of the total market outputs. There are only a few rival firms, and each big firm has contributed a large proportion into total market supply of the product. Therefore, it can influence the price of the product by its own action, and that he can provoke the rival firms to react it. So, first features of the oligopoly markets. First features of the oligopoly markets. Now it is clear. Features of oligopoly markets. Features of oligopoly market. Features of oligopoly market. The first feature is that few dominates firms. Few dominates firm. They are the very big firms or few large firms. Second one is that mutual interdependence. may or may not, but mutual interdependence. Mutual interdependence. Since the market is dominated by few firms, few firms markets. It is my name, few firms market, and these few firms are very large firms. So there will be that mutual relationship in between that big firm or among these few big firms. The price and output decision of one firm affect the profitability. It means they capture that few portion of the market as they are the giant firms. So if they will decide or they will determine how much portions of the market they have to cover, as a result of they have to produce that much of outputs. So the price and the output decision of one firms affect the profitability of the remaining firms in the markets. So when there is that mutual interdependence, that mutual interdependence is one kind of incentives to develop or to determine the price in that market, which way the price will be high. New rival firms, they will produce the product and earn that profits. If price will be low, so there may be the loss. So with regard to this makes that firms mutually interdependent each other, how much they will produce the products. As that few firms are big or large or that giant firms, so that they will not allow to any other industries to enter to that market. So that is why third characteristics is barrier to entry. Of new firms. Barrier to entry of new firms. It means these are the big few firms, so there must be that cutthroat competitions. That is called one word in economics, cutthroat competition. So that new firm to entry to this market is very difficult, or so far that license is concerned, product is concerned, profit is concerned, ability is concerned, facility is concerned, the new firms will not get it, so that new firms could not enter into the markets. And whenever these few firms are producing the different types of products, that product I have already told, pure market and differentiated market. So there must be that homogeneous product and that differentiated products. What are the products? The fourth is that homogeneous or differentiated products. Or differentiated product, homogeneous product or differentiated product. Homogeneous product or differentiated products. The output of an oligopolistic market, if there must be the pure market, if the product is homogeneous. Like I was given the example of gas. These are the homogeneous product, purely homogeneous product. And differentiated product, I give the example of the motorbike or scooters. These are the different types of differentiated products. So these are the four features of oligopolistic market: few dominant firms, mutual interdependence, barriers to entry of new firms, or that is the last one, homogeneous or differentiated products. Another features is that, like in perfect competition market, the demand curve is parallel to x-axis, and in monopoly that slope downwards from left to right, which is steep, and monopolistic competition market the demand curve is slope downwards from left to right, and it is flatter, which is that price elasticity of demand is greater than 1 or more than unitary elasticity of demands. But in case of the oligopoly, what will the shape of the demand curve? So far the demand curve is concerned, we could not say that what will the shape of the demand curve. That is why that depends upon that model, because no control over the price or price takers in perfect competition markets, but in oligopoly market, due to high degree of interdependency amongst that oligopolistic firms, we cannot define the demand curve first by an oligopolistic. Hence, the demand curve in case of that oligopoly market is to be called that indeterminate. Remember it. One more question. What will the shape of the demand curve in case of that oligopoly market? So, in oligopoly market, the demand curve is indeterminate. High indetermination of demand curve. Indetermination of demand curve in oligopoly market. Next, as there is a few big firms, so there may be that price rigidity. Price rigidity. Price rigidity. It means in oligopoly market, price are administered. Rival firms take time to react the change the price, due to which the price remain rigid in these markets. That is why there is the price rigidity. It means that other firms, they will also influence the price of the product. So as there is the big firms, if any firm will change the price, rival firm takes time to react that change the price, due to which the price remains rigid, or that is called that rigidity price in the markets. And next one, non-price competition. 7 features is that non-price competition. Non-price competition. What do you mean by non-price competitions? Firms try to avoid that price competition in that oligopoly markets, but in imperfect market there is that competition of that price. So firms try to avoid the price competition for the fear of price war, because as they are that big large firms, you have already known. So far I am giving the example of that cellular phones, or whenever that Reliance company started that mobile with that network facilities Jio. So how much changed come to that world in our country? Imagine yourself. That less pricing, providing that all kinds of gadgets according to that scene. So it is that very big challenge for that particular persons when there is that change in the price. So rival firms takes time to react to change the price, due to which the price remain rigidity in the markets. But here the non-price competition, it says that firms try to avoid the price competition for the fear of price war. They use other methods like advertising, better services to customers, etc. to compete with each other. So in your areas, if the network facility is not accessible or inaccessible, then you can contact to that your whatever with the companies Airtel, Jio, etc. Why that inaccessibility of that Nimbada areas of that network facilities? Because that is that cutthroat competition. I was told various to entry of new firms and cutthroat competition. If one company is providing this much facilities, why that other companies will not provide that much facilities. That is why no price competition, and firms try to avoid this price competition and provide that better services to the customers to compete with each others. So these are the features of that oligopoly markets, and now this forms of market is complete. As per that we have already discussed, number one is perfect competition market, number two is oligopoly market, number third one is the imperfect competition markets, and this imperfect competition market is divided into three parts. One is monopolistic market, another is that oligopoly, and third one is the duopoly. I will not discuss or I will not compare among these markets, but there is that oligopoly market, there is that few large firms, and duopoly, only there are two firms, and this oligopoly market may be divided into two categories. One is pure oligopoly, another is the differentiated oligopolies, or we may say that perfect oligopoly or that imperfect oligopoly, and second one is that collusive oligopoly and non-collusive oligopoly. And these are the features of that oligopoly market: few dominant firms, mutual interdependence, barriers to entry of new firms, homogeneous or differentiated product, indetermination of demand curve, price rigidity, and non-price competition. You may write your homework all these forms of market, and you will write that comparison of the differentiated markets. First is that perfect competition market, monopolistic competition market, monopoly market, and oligopoly market. You will show the differentiate in these markets. First reference like that perfect competition markets. So far that sellers is concerned, perfect competition market, there is a large number of sellers. Monopolistic competition, there is a large number of sellers, but monopoly there is a one seller, and oligopoly there are few sellers. Similarly, number of products, in perfect competition there is the homogeneous products, monopolistic competition there is the differentiated products, and monopoly there is the homogeneous or differentiated products, but oligopoly also homogeneous or differentiated products. Similarly, free entry and exit is concerned, or entry exit is concerned, perfect competition is free entry and free exit, monopolistic competition is free entry and free exit, but monopoly the restricted of entry and exit, and oligopoly also restricted entry or exit. Similarly, firms demand curve, in case of perfect competition market, A or MR is the parallel to O x-axis, that is the perfectly elastic. Monopolistic is that elastic greater than 1, monopoly is inelastic less than 1, and oligopoly we could not determine or undefined. Slope forms of the demand curves, that is AR equal to MR, which is the horizontal straight line, slopes downwards with high elasticity in case of monopolistic competition, because AR is above than that MR. Similarly, in monopoly also AR is greater than MR, and in that oligopoly market depends upon the model, because we could not determine what is the shape of that oligopoly market. That is why the demand curve could not be determined. Selling cost, in perfect competition market there is no selling cost. In monopolistic competition there is a very significant, and monopoly there is not required of that any kinds of selling cost, and oligopoly market also there is a very significant of that oligopoly cost. So far that degree of price is control. In perfect competition market, no control over the price, limited control over the price in monopolistic competition markets, and monopoly is that full control over the price or price markets, and oligopoly that depends upon that model what will be that control of the price, because they are that giant firms, and giant firms are very few or very large firms in oligopoly market, each producing the significant portion of the total product output. Therefore, these are the rival firms, and each big firm has competed with each other, and there must be that depends upon the model of that firm. So these are the comparison or the differentiate between the perfect competition market, monopoly and monopolistic and oligopoly markets. So the homework is, what is the questions in your textbook, that must be your homework, and tomorrow we will start the new chapter, determination of market and equilibrium and effects of shifts in demand and supply curve. Thanks to all of you.